years-long history of trolling Donald Trump, with protests currently underway as he visits this weekend during the second half of his 4-day UK visit. But none have yet got the upper hand, quite like farmer Michael Forbes, who point-blank refused to sell up when the billionaire businessman came knocking, then got his revenge when Trump exploded with rage. The now president offered £500,000 plus an annual salary for the farmer and his elderly mother to scurry so he could build an enormous £1 billion golf course and car park on their 23 acres of land, his second in the area. But Michael was having none of it, cementing his title as a local legend and earning him the Glenfiddich Scotsman of the Year 2012 title. Trump wanted the farmer and fisherman and his elderly mother Molly to give up their home of decades on the Scottish Aberdeenshire coast. After not getting what he wanted, he vilified the family, labeling their home disgusting, and said Michael lived like a pig before building an earth wall around his house. Michael's water supply was mysteriously cut off, leaving 90-year-old Molly to collect water from a stream. But still, the farmer didn't back down, despite threats the Trump organization would be seeking compulsory purchase orders on the land and surrounding residents' property, which would force them to sell. Read more. Donald Trump's UK visit. No such orders were filed, and the families all remain today, albeit surrounded by the president's land. Michael did, however, have to sell off 1 acre to furious protesters who claimed it an area of outstanding natural beauty. He battled throughout the course being built next door, putting up signs calling Trump a liar and spray painting "No golf course on a farm building." Trump's contentious battle for the super resort amid the Menie Estate sand dunes now open was covered in documentary You've Been Trumped. It revealed the vile comments he made about the farmer and how the pair first met when Michael was walking along the beach. Back in 2012, the farmer told the Scotsman, "This whole carry-on has been going on for 8 years, since I was approached when I was out walking on the beach and asked if I knew about Donald Trump's golf course. I had no idea who he was at that point. I might have kept my mouth shut, but I went right off him the first time I met him. He was being all nicey and talking about how successful he was and how much money he had. That was it for me. I took an instant dislike to him." Michael's unshakable spirit was recognized in the Glenfiddich Spirit of Scotland Awards, with his citation reading, "Michael was resolute in his determination to stand his ground." His story and the unfolding battle attracted international coverage, and the recent documentary brought his plight to an even greater audience. After his win, Michael, who was forced to give up fishing due to lack of beach access, said there's no way he'll ever sell up to Trump. Ego bruised, Trump demanded a boycott of the whiskey brand. What followed was a mega trolling as hundreds of Scots posted selfies online toasting Michael with a dram of the good stuff. Despite his connections to the country, Trump's mother is Scottish born. The president is relentlessly trolled by residents. In 2016, stand-up comic Jamie Godley famously welcomed him to the country with a sign calling him a C. This weekend, thousands of people are expected in Edinburgh for a carnival of resistance in the Meadows area of the capital. Campaigners will also gather outside the Trump International Golf Links in Menie, Aberdeenshire, on Saturday, and it is predicted there could be further demonstrations at Turnberry. Trump also faced a protest as he arrived at the Treberry golf course when a paraglider apparently from Greenpeace circled the grounds with a banner that read "Trump well below par." Air Force One touched down in Glasgow Prestwick Airport on Friday after an embarrassing White House blunder claiming Scotland is not in the UK. Trump was whisked off to his Turnberry golf resort for a two-day stay. He was met at the airport by Scottish Secretary David Mundell, who said Mr. Trump said he had been in Scotland many times and was very pleased to be here as president. He obviously feels very strongly about his mother's Scottish heritage and he's looking forward to playing golf at Turnberry and is hopeful that the weather will be conducive to that. The US president faced massive protests in London as he undertook an official two-day visit to Britain, where he met the Queen at Windsor Castle and ate dinner with Theresa May at Blenheim Place.